Hey, it's Renee, the Stampin' Up! Independent Demonstrator, and I decided today, I've been working on some cards, and I have been working with the Christmas Gleaming variety bundle, and I have the DSP, I have the punches, and I do have the stamp set. Now this was from last year, and it's come back, and the bundle, I think the whole little bundle is, variety bundle is $63. The punches are fantastic. You get these great 2 punches, and they make these wonderful bulbs. And you're going to be seeing them, of course. Here's another one. Here's another little one. There they are. See? You'll be getting those bulbs. And the paper is absolutely gorgeous. It is copper. And you can mix the metals. You can do still copper and gold. I've done that. And copper and silver. I've done that, so you can mix up, and if you have brass, that works real well with the copper. And so let's look at what we're going to do today, because I have a card that I saw. She's on Facebook. Her name's Antoinette. I think it's Antoinette Ray, and it's with Papillon Facebook. And she had done a card like this, and it was, the whole card was just the backdrop, and then you went ahead and opened it up. Mine's slightly different, but she used the same paper and stuff, and this is where I got the idea. And so today, what I did, I love this format. I love this format, and I've been making cards left and right ever since. But so what I decided to do is, with that brightly gleaming, make a card. And this is the card, and I'm going to show you here in just a second when I bring it down. This is the card. Let me bring this down. And this card right here, as you can see, okay, is using the brightly gleaming and DSP, specialty designer paper, and that is that beautiful copper. It's gorgeous. And I used the little sprig punch with that. Right here is the sprigs, as you can see. And that's the sprig punch. I love this little punch. It's also reindeer ears, and I bought that last year and have enjoyed that quite a bit. The stamp set has this beautiful Merry Christmas in it. And here you go. You can see the stamp set with the Merry Christmas in it. Of course, it has actually 3 different bulbs. So that's the big one with the punch out, and that's a small one with the punch out. And they are the same, and then one of these geometric ones, which is really nice. And then deck the halls with boughs of holly and be jolly this season. And then the little dots or little speckles. And then, of course, the little design, that beautiful embellishment design, which can be used very easily. All right, so that's a set. It is, they are the rubber stamps and the cling, whatever they call them, I forget. What do they call them? Cling stamp set. Yes, just cling stamp set. Anyway, so these are our cling stamp sets, and they are just wonderful. And you can easily use all parts of those stamps. All right, so the thing with that stamp set, okay, so I have punched out in DSP, I have stamped and punched out here, and I've used the DSP and folded it back. I'm going to show you how this works. What these are ornaments, so you can pull these out, and then when the person gets them, they're actually little 3D ornaments. So in any angle, you have a very pretty little ornament. So that's that one. That's the little one. And then the big one is right here. And here you go with your ornament, your 3D ornament. That's the back side and that's the front side, and so you can hang these up. Aren't those cute? I thought those were cute. But it was a cute idea. A friend of mine said, why don't you put your, you know, the little ornament bulbs in there? And then I thought, well, why don't I just go ahead and make the actual ornament, which is fairly easy. Which is very easy and doesn't take too much, and we're going to show how that works. And so there's your card. All right, and of course I did go ahead and stamp that beautiful holly and color it in, and we'll look at that in a moment. Okay, so that's the card. I'm going to obviously use different colors here. I do have the thick cardstock of the very vanilla, and that's what I'm going to do. The DSP, that's just a standard 5.5 by 4.25, and so you cut it, the piece of paper, to 5.5, and then score at 4.25. That's your standard sheet of paper. All right, and so of course you want to make sure that that's a pretty good line. Then this one, what this becomes, and you could use a different inside. For example, I could use this as an outside and use something else on the inside. But the way this card works is you're going to cut this. Then if this is 8.5 and this side's 4.25, so this is going to be an 8, and then this is going to be the 5.25. And so what you're going to do then is you're simply going to take, after you've scored it in half, you're simply going to take it and basically glue this whole part right here. And that's one of the first things I do because it's easy and it's quick, and I like to do the easy and quick things first. So this is going to get glued on. And so that brightly gleaming paper is just so fun. And then all you're going to do is take this and glue this down. Make sure it's centered, of course, the best you can. All right. There's my little puppy. I don't know if you can hear my puppy, but I can hear my puppy. All right, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Okay. And then again, just go ahead and use your bone folder. Now, the next part of this, which I also do pretty early on, is I pull this flat back. Now, you can pull it quite far. You can pull it all the way further down. And this one, I pulled it, as you can see, fairly high. All right. You can see that how high that one was here to here. So that's 2/3 done. I left a whole third, even maybe more than a third. And this one I'm doing about the same, a little bit over a third I'm leaving down here. I'm leaving that more open. But I did take this over a little more. So we have that, okay? Now the way you glue this down is all you want to do is you want to glue the edges only. Don't glue too much because you just want to glue those edges down. You don't want it to go too far. So make sure that I'm just going to take it over here, and I think I'm going to glue it on this right here because that'll be easier. And there's my dog. There's my cutesy dog. And as you see here, I'm just going to go along and glue that very, very edge like that. And then up here, I'm just going to glue that very, very edge, just that little bit to close that up and hold that down so you can see that all I did was that very, very small edge. And so then that becomes that. Hold that down. And then what I typically do is simply, when you fold this, let it go naturally, don't pull it too hard. I try to make sure that it actually is straight here, so I pull it till I see that, oh yeah, it's straight. That's what I do. I want to make it look straight. So, and then all I do at that point, just pull it gently down. No force. You don't want to break the edges. Go as far as you can. You know, I pretty much went down an index finger. So an index finger is about 3 inches down here and about 3 inches over. So I'm about 3 and 3 here. So, and that's where I went. If you like to have measurements, that's where I went here with that. And so after I folded it down, all I do is, as you see, I just glue that tip, and then I bring that tip down, making sure that I'm pretty even. I do like it to be straight here and straight here. That's what I mean by even. I do like to have that clean. And so the base of my card now is all set, and all I'm doing is decorating. All I'm doing is decorating. And everything's glued down. And so now I can put a card in here if I like. Now that one was glued a little bit, so this would be a smaller card. And so I just measure this one. I left it quite open actually at the top. I think I left it completely open. These I'm now gluing. So with this one, if you don't glue it, okay, if you don't glue it, then you can put a 3 3/4 by a 4 1/4 in here. So if you go ahead and so 4 1/4 long and then 3 3/4 wide, if you don't glue that top piece. I've been gluing that top piece, and that's because, oh, that came up. That's because in that Christmas card, I put bulbs instead of the card. So again, if you want to have a card in there, a little card where you can actually, with a glue dot, stick a credit card on there, you know, a gift card, or something like that, or your little message, you can do it that way. Now this card, the way I did it, it's a full card, unlike that other card, and so was the Christmas card I just made. That too is a full card, okay? And the ornaments are there. And then again, I guess I had kept that open on that one too. I could have put the whole piece in, but I decided to glue this piece because it wasn't necessary, since it's just for the bulbs, the 2 bulbs. All right, okay, so now that we're there, now we can get involved in decorating and producing those cute Christmas bulbs. So we're going to be doing a lot of punching out, and what I decided I would do for this card is I would go ahead and use, I believe, for my bulbs that I want to make, I'm going to make one with this and the other one with this. So to make these, what you're going to do is, and I think I'm going to take the little one and make the little one. Now, if I want it going up and down, I can, or sideways, and I think I'm going to go sideways. So to make the actual ornament, all I need to cut out are 3 of these. Or punch out, I should say. All I have to do is punch out 3 of these, and then what I'm going to do is punch out my other ones, which I decided I was going to use this paper. Those will go well. And trying to center it so I have some pretty bulbs in there. When I punch it out, I just need 3 of these, which is kind of great news. There's a nice one. I like to take them so that I have the empty bulbs in there. Yeah, there you go. So it's not as thrifty on paper, but it is pretty. Okay, so those are those three. Those are the only three I would need. All right. So I've got those three, and I've got these three, and now what I need to do is I need to stamp each of those bulbs. And what I decided to do is I'm going to do them, since it's blue, I'm going to go ahead and do it in the blue and mossy meadow. Those are the colors I'm going to use. So I'm going to take my mossy meadow, I'm going to take my block, and I'm going to take my stamp. Now, I am tempted, I'm going to try this one. I'm not sure it's going to work, but I want to try it. We'll see how it looks visually. So I'm going to do this one and this one. These are my bulbs that I'm going to use to do this. So here are my bulbs. Here is some paper. I have more paper, so I don't have to worry, because I need one of each. So I do need, to make the bulb, I do need 4 total, and the one is in the hard cardstock, and 3 of them, I'm going to use my smaller block here, which is what block is that? That's the H block. I like the H block. And so I'm going to do these. I'm going to see how this works. I'm going to do these in green, and then the little one in blue. So this is going to be in green. And so I'm going to put them right here so I can punch them out. And then, okay, so we're going to punch this out. I'm going to take your time with this so that you center it as best you can, so that both sides are as equal as possible. Take some time sometimes to do that, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, there you go. It's the one I wanted. So let's go ahead and take this one and take that. This is the one I want to try to see. I would like both of the bulbs. That didn't come out dark enough. Okay, not so lucky. Let's try again. Let's try another sheet. That's all right. Sometimes you're better off than other times. That's okay. I'm sure this one will work. See, it doesn't always work to the best, so you have to be careful. So we're going to see now. Here you go. We'll see. There it is. We'll see. We'll see what we like. Okay, so there's that. Then the little ones are next. I need to only make one little one. So let's see if that works. And I do want that in blue. I do not want it in green. So that was Mossy Meadow. This is going to be in the Night of Navy. And so I'm going to clean that off. That one's going to get cleaned off. There you go. And then we're going to try the Night of Navy here with this one. Let's see if I can put that. I should be able, yeah. There it is. That should be nice and dark. My Mossy Meadow wasn't as dark as I thought it should be, but that's okay. I mean, it's dark enough. But. And then we're going to punch that guy out. And that should work. And then, oh yeah, that's nice. get it centered, and then punch, and let it fly. Yeah, that one didn't center also. Not having the best day today. It's okay. There you go. That's better. I like that better. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and see how that works. I might do another one, but maybe later. All right. We can put that there. We got that there. And our card is here, and these are our pieces here. So how to make this? This is actually fairly easy. What you do want to do is you do want to find the center. So we are going to score these, each one of these right in the center. 3 of them I'm going to score in the center. So I do have to line them up from the middle of the top of the bulb to the very tip of the bulb. Put it in there. This actually, the machine is really pretty good as far as if your piece is too small. You do want to put it down here as you see, not at the top, but where you can see it, and lay it down there. And I have found that I've been pretty darn lucky with just placing it right on there and closing the bar over it and it working out. So those 3 have been done, and now the other 3 have to be done. There you go. One, and I'll need to make another one. Find the center. It's pretty quick. You probably hear my birds again, my wonderful little birdies. And there you go. That's 3. Okay. Right. This is really easy. You're going to take the, take and fold them. And there are the 3. And what I want to do is you want to decide what side you want to see outside. I want to see this side. So you see how pretty? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this side right here and stick that on there right away. I'm going to go to the tip and just stick it right on there. Be exact. You really should be exact with this part. And then you have another one. Take that one and you're going to do it that way. Sorry. Got that wrong. Fold it. You're going to fold that on the green part. See? You're going to go like that. Okay? So you're just making 3 of them. Did I do that right? I hope so. Yeah, like that. Yeah, and so then, yeah, sorry about that. Just figuring it out. So here I have the 2 pieces. This is what I want to see. So then with this one, I'm just going to take it and put it on the one side. It really, I could put it on either side. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to put it on this side. Okay, and then this side, I'm going to glue down onto the piece, and then that's what you see in the card. Okay, so you see how that works? So you glue, make sure you see what you want to see right here, and then make sure you see what you want to see on this. So 3 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and then that side ends up to be the same, the one you're going to glue down. And so this here now, since it's going on both sides, I'm going to be gluing it here on both sides. Get it exact. You want it exact. This is the side you're going to be gluing down. Now, my question is what do I want to do? Do I want this? And then I'll have this, so they are 2 different bulbs. Or do I keep them the same? And knowing me, I'm going to keep them the same. I'll want to keep them the same. Here's my little puppy, my 7-month-old puppy. All right, so yeah, I think so, because I mean, it's cute to have 2 different ones. It's cute, and you might like it, but I like the same, so I'm gonna do the same. Probably if I had a small one like that, I'd use both of those because of the geometric shapes, but this is what I'm going to do, okay? So that means for the big one, I'm going to take this, and I'm just gonna glue this right on the back. That's all I'm gonna do. And so you're gonna put it on the back of it so that you see the pretty front. Try to get it so that you don't see the paper underneath. So there you go. And then you are going to put a hole in here in the top of this one. So you are going to put a hole in there, and I did, you know, on the cardstock is where you're going to put your hole. And so what I did is I used my hole punch, and I've got this really tiny little hole punch thing that I can use. And so I'm going to do that now since I basically forgot. So I might not be able to do that now. Let me see. Ooh, I'm going to pull it up for a second so I can do it. I almost forgot. There it is. It is a pretty tiny hole, so I do 2 with mine because I want to do it. I want to do double the paper. So I do 2 holes. Can you? Yeah. So I'm sure you can't see how I'm doing this, but this is just putting a hole in the paper twice. There it is. And so I lucked out, remembered before, and then we can thread that gold. I have some gold twine that I thread through here, and so I'm going to do that, and do that real quick. There you go. And then what I do is I do it so that you know, you put the both pieces there, and then you just do it that way. And I didn't need that much. I don't think I want that much. So I will take some of that back. It's fussing, you know how much some days you do better than others. And there you go, that's good enough. And so then I can cut that off, and then make a knot. And then once I make that knot, I'm going to glue that down better. So I'll just make a knot in here. And there we go. So that's really cute. So I do want to glue that down, so I'm going to put some glue right here to make sure that stays down, because I want it to stay down. And then it'll hold my ribbon also, a little bow, so that'll be better. And so this next one, I'll put the hole in first. So now you already have your ornament that is going to be part of your package. It's just a 3D little cute ornament, I think. And then what you do is that folds nicely down, and then you can put it right there in that pocket. And it's part of the decoration. So let's make sure we put that hole in there first. Now again, I put 2 holes in there, and I go right into the neck to make sure it's going to hold. This is a little smaller, so you have to be a little more careful. There you go. That worked. There it is. It's pretty tiny. And then again, I'm just going to go ahead and put that string through now. I do put the string through now. Again, I double it and put it in through doubled, right? And then I go ahead, once that's doubled, I go ahead and put it through like this. And then I'm pretty much done here, like that. And then I'm going to tie my knot. And got my knot tied. And then I'm going to cut that off. And then I'll have and if that string's too long, then I'll cut it off and knot it again, but I think it'll be all right. So there's that one. And again, with these, you do the same thing. I think that on this bulb, we're going to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it this way. I want this side out. And so again, this is the side I want out, so that's what I'm going to glue together, those 2 pieces. That's the first what I'm going to do. Now this is how they make those huge ornaments that you see online. They have to cut out 20 of them, the small and the large, to do this. So try to make that as even as you can, right? Make that even as you can. And then again, here, what you want to do is that one goes folded the opposite direction than the other 2 to go right in there. Do you see that? So you don't fold it that way, you fold it the opposite direction so the blue looks out, so that here you can just snap it right into place. Yes? So now this one is going to go in both places. And I'm going to put that in there. Make sure that they line up nicely. And there you go. And then again, on the back side of this one is where you're going to glue that on. And you can glue that on just right onto it. And so you can take that, and this time we'll glue this piece so you can see here. Glue right there, glue right there. With this much gluing, this glue is easier because it's not as sticky as the white glue, so it definitely is worth it. There you go. And there's your other piece. See? See, there's your other one. And so this becomes your little, yeah, I don't think that's too long. And so that becomes your decoration in your other card. And again, figure out which side, it seems to be, okay, so I see that this is a little bit out. So what I'm gonna do is, see, it's the beauty of card making. Let's see here. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's really nice. That worked. That worked. I could even do a little bit up here. Just I'm a little compulsive. Using the back edge. Yeah, that's nice. So now, again, I just snipped it off because I didn't like how it lined up. Cut that other one off a little bit. So there you go. So there are your two little ornaments already tucked into your little card. See how cute? Okay. So with that, you can now go ahead and decorate the bottom part. And as you saw, I did use the sprigs and I did this, and I still use some extra ones of these, so we'll see what we do with that. But this is a pretty fast card. Now, what I did, and I did do this ahead of time, I did emboss these. And what I do is I do take the Delicata, which they sold last year, which I bought tons of, and then I stamp that on, use clear embossing powder on that, okay? And then go ahead and heat tool it and get it to go ahead and emboss. So really, you stamp with the Delicata, stamp it on there, use your powder, put your powder on, go ahead and after that, use your clear. If you have copper powder, that's great, whatever you want to do. If you have just sparkly powder and you want it to be just sparkly over that copper, you can do that. There's all kinds of powders, as you know, that you can use to do this. So I did go ahead and do that. Now, what I'm going to do as far as my colors on this, I decided that I am going to use my Mossy Meadow for the leaves, and I do use the right for those. And so I would color those in that mossy green, I believe. I'm pretty sure I will. And then I will also, and I just had a second one just in case if I wanted to decorate this card a little bit more, which we can up here. I could also leave these just in white. This seems also, you know, this instead of coloring it, I think the white might be the way to go with this one. I think that looks really nice. All right. I don't think we need to color that in at all. I might color in the berries, but I think that this one will be good this way. But again, all I did with this one is I took my rights and I colored it in with the right, Mossy Meadow, and then Real Red. Or Cherry Cobbler. No, Real Red. I think it's Real Red. Either Cherry Cobbler or Real Red. And I did that for that one. But this one, I think I'm going to leave it unless I want a blue. But I don't know that I really want a blue. I could use, I don't know, what do you think? I just had an idea. How about that? New Right, Misty Moonlight. Ooh, just give the berries the Misty Moonlight. Let's see how that works. I know I'm going against tradition here, but this will be a blue on those berries. do that. Just a little bit of blue. I think that's nice. I think that's nice. But what do y'all think? Blue? Yes, no, blue, and maybe the blue up here. And leave the white down there. This doesn't really have the room for that, but we could do that and that. No, I think the one is nice, and I actually think that I prefer it without the blue. But you see how the blue looks? Well, I'll tell you what, let's look how our sprigs look with this. Because we did want the sprigs, and I do want the sprigs. So let's punch out some sprigs. That's one. Did that sprig work? Yep, that sprig worked. And then I need another sprig. I like doing one more extra just in case. So we got sprigs, sprigs, sprigs. Maybe a sprig here would work nicely, yeah. Wanted something small up there. I thought that that would be nice, yeah. Okay, and then here and here, what I did on that other one was something like that. Yeah, that looks really nice. I do like the sprig up there. I don't know about y'all, but I do like the sprig up there. We'll contemplate it. And so then what I did right here, this is fairly easy. What you're going to do is you're going to get your dimensional, and this is puffed up, okay? So really you want your dimensionals on this side. So really you don't need too many dimensionals. And so I'm going to do that. Just on that one side is what I want. And I did go for the blue, as you can see. I went for the little extra color. I always do. I can't help myself. It's like my fancy chic thing. So I can do that. And you see here, the sprigs have been trapped, so that's perfect. And then I would put a little bit of glue under here, just a little bit to hold it down. And because it's up already, it's, you know, not a big deal. And I let those sprigs free. I don't want to clamp them down. I don't know if I want this or not. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And so now we are left with, as you can see here, our card is going very quickly, very easily. And so now all we have is our label to do. I will get out the Merry Christmas. That's the little Merry Christmas one. Probably need this block. Okay. And I'm going to put it down like I usually do. And I'm going to stick it on there. That's good. And then I want this to be dark, dark, dark. I want this to be as dark as I can get it. So even getting ink on my fingers because I want this dark. Let's see how that worked. Yay! It's perfect. It's the darkness I wanted. Okay. All right. If I had my I must have put my scissors in the other room. My Stampin' Up! Scissors. Now, again, you can cut this using a machine. Or your freehand. The key is, everybody already knows, go slow. So as you see here, I'm just cutting. Let's see how I like that. I like that. I like that. Do I like that? Not yet. I'm going to cut it off. I've tried it a couple of times keeping the white on there, and I just don't like it. And then that edge, just help that edge stay blue. And then, oh, not the green. Did I take that green? Was that green? Oh, that was green. Oh my. Oh, that's funny. Well, it doesn't look green. Take that blue. Take that blue. There you go. There you go. Isn't that cute? So now it looks great. So now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. Yes. Just I see a little more edge there. There you go. Now all I'm going to do is put that on little dimensionals. Then we're done. That's the card. That card is so cute. I'm going to use the dark dimensionals. I'm only going to use 2. Since it is a dark background. There you go. And that's your card. Quick, easy, fun, and a nice little gift that you can send along in your card. Now you can, if you feel like you want to decorate even more, you can decorate it even more. I don't want to on this one. I think this one's great. I think this one's fun. And you have your ornaments. Isn't that great? I think that's great. And then they pull them out and they can hang them up on their tree. Cute. Cute little card. All right. So there is a great card. Great fun. It's a great set. Easy. Quick. Of course, I did do the embossing on that one and the cutting out, which would take a little longer, but great, easy card. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you soon again. I have another video coming out probably next week for sure for the Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, a combined one again. All right, so please, if you liked or found any part of this interesting, please like. It really helps me out. And I always have my most updated host code there for you. And I have my crafting site, so you can always ask to join my Facebook crafting site. Okay, have fun, and thank you very much.